The noon hour of madness and mayhem powered by Jalisco's, the podcast.
It's that dreadful S word that is Spotify, their Wrapped Day. A lot of people have been waiting for this day for a little while now.
Yeah, and it's funny because I don't know why people get excited about this.
They get to show off their music taste. They get to show off their personal preferences.
But what everybody gets duped into doing is giving Spotify, just like we're doing right now, endless free advertising. It's a trick. It's a trick by Spotify to get people to advertise Spotify.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't share any pictures of mine online. Screw them. They don't pay bands. Dirt bags. So, yeah, I mean, I talked about my list. But as I got thinking about it and was seeing it everywhere,
right?
Like every Reddit post.
It's going to get worse throughout the day.
Yeah.
The days to avoid social media are days like Spotify Wrapped Day, National Girlfriend Day, National Couples Day, National Boyfriend Day. You don't want to see people happy in a relationship if you're the single one, right? You don't want to see them posting, look at my significant other. Sometimes you laugh because you're like, oh, that's who you chose? But no, I'm kidding. Love is love.
No, so if you haven't looked at social media yet today, that's pretty much all you're going to see. Endless, look, I'm in the top 0.5% of my favorite band.
Right, and the band doesn't care. They don't make any money off of streaming
at
all.
But the bands will give Spotify free advertising by sharing their, look how many people listen to us this year. Everybody's getting duped by this.
But you know who was in my top 5 for the podcasts was you.
Really?
You're number 3.
All right. Hey.
Right behind Joe Rogan and The Woody Show.
Very nice. I would prefer be ahead of both of them, but I'll take number 3. That's fine. My top 5 podcasts were Knowledge Fight at number 1. I don't know. Let me pull it up here because I don't remember.
Shout out to Jesse Lee from SiriusXM Octane. Super nice dude. He was number 5 on my list because I do like to listen to his interviews. And I do respect how much work this guy puts into all these breaking news stories that he puts out there. He puts out his top 10 trending tracks. There's a lot of work behind the scenes.
All right.
So
cool.
He actually messaged me on Instagram saying, dude, thank you so much. Thank you for listening. And I said, as a guy who also works in the broadcast media DJ industry, I appreciate all the hard work you do every single day. Like I said, keep it up. And then he was like, dude, where do you DJ at? And I said, K-Bear 101. And then he heart the message. So
all right.
That's the end of that conversation.
Well, way to kiss his butt a little bit, Peaches. Very nice.
I respect those who work hard in this industry.
Yeah, most people don't survive this industry.
They don't.
That's why me and Jade are the old guys. Like we're not old, but somehow we're the old guys.
True.
I mean, most people, you don't make a lot of money. It's stressful. There's tons of work that people don't know about. It's just not a job for everybody.
And most people in your shoes, if they are still in the business, they have the producer, the social media director. They have a whole bunch of people doing those specific roles for like their big time morning show.
I literally do the jobs of like 13, 14 people here.
Yeah.
By doing
so
all
I do
the
like
music
7.
Stuff. Yeah. So my podcasts, back to that, my top ones were Knowledge Fight, Last Podcast on the Left, Midas Touch, Uncovered, and then Behind the Blank.
Behind the blank.
Behind the blank, a word that means someone who doesn't know who one of their parents is or something like that.
Well, very nice. Yeah, no, I haven't gotten a single text from my parents yet about the top song of my list there, Cut, Bleed, Repeat from Project Vengeance.
Why don't you give the listeners, pull it up in Next Gen, a little sample of my top song of the year.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say pull up mine. I'm like, we can't do that.
Yeah, no, pull up mine. Let's, you'll have to delete this little chunk out of the podcast version of the show, the little clip, but let's give listeners a taste of Victor Wilt's most listened to song of the year. It's not really my most listened to song of the year because I don't really listen to a lot of music on Spotify.
Why do we have to remove it from the podcast version if we're just giving a little sample and commentating on it?
Well, it's a gray area. I guess if we don't play too long, it'll probably be fine, but we might get a copyright flag. It should be okay.
But here's the chorus of Victor's number 1 most played song from Spotify for 2024.
It's true.
Ooh, what you doing? Don't know who you think that you're confusing. I'd be like, ooh.
Oh,
That's right. It's a banger. It's a banger, man. It's a bop.
I like it.
It's
almost like do you also have a crush on Dua Lipa, Victor?
I don't have a crush on her, but I like her songs.
Well, she's a little too young for you, too.
Yeah, I'm old, dude. You can't be having a crush on young pop stars. That's
weird,
just
isn't
cringy.
it? Yeah, it's cringy.
I'm like
Yeah.
way old. It's
Yeah.
just disgusting.
Imagine being somebody in their 60s, like, oh, yeah, look how pretty Dua Lipa is. In the top 40 radio world, like that old fogey somewhere saying that type of thing.
Oh, take a look at that, Olivia Rodrigo.
Does she smell good?
Yeah, exactly. What does Katy Perry smell like? Yeah, you don't want to be that guy. So,
The noon hour of Madness and Mayhem, powered by Jalisco's. Everybody's outraged by, the quote-unquote Linkin Park. I think Pantera Part 2 sort of flamed that because everybody's like, you're not really seeing the real Pantera. It's like, well, the OG Pantera fans killed the actual Pantera.
well, one psycho OG fan. But, yeah, we've talked about this a lot on air, and I kind of go in both directions on this. I don't really think any of these bands should use their original name. I think when you're missing someone like Dimebag Darrell, Vinnie Paul, you're missing Chester Bennington, they're such a huge part of those bands that it's not really the same.
And I do have a hot take on this, too, because if you're a bass player and you're not really known for your crazy bass playing, and somehow that bass player gets replaced, they can keep the same name.
Yeah, unless you were talking like, Primus or Typo Negative.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Peter Steele's not known for being an insane bass player, but
he's the vocalist.
He's the vocalist, and
or even Rush too. That doesn't count. It's like he's the vocalist too.
Yeah, because you couldn't have Rush without Geddy Lee,
and you really can't have it without Neil Peart either.
Exactly.
Like that's just a 3-piece band, though.
Yeah,
and, like any one of those guys being gone. I mean, Green Day is the only other one where you're like, okay, who are the other two? If you're not really familiar with Green Day.
Yeah, totally. So there's rumors circulating around, or I guess the band has. Is it official? That
it's
they're gonna
official.
Be playing this like a benefit show or something?
Yeah, it says Soundgarden is reuniting for charity. The other members of Soundgarden are going to be joined by this Seattle singer named Shania Shepherd, who is in no relation to the guy Ben Shepherd in the band.
Yeah.
But she is filling the shoes for the late Chris Cornell.
But you did say that they're not going to call themselves Soundgarden.
Yeah, they'll do a brief set under the name Nude Dragons.
And I appreciate them doing that because if I was in a band at that level, I understand why they would use the original name. Because, Pantera, if they came out as something else, they wouldn't be playing, amphitheaters. Linkin Park wouldn't be playing like stadiums if they came out as, I don't know, whatever kind of name you want to give them.
Well, I think they saw what happened to Linkin Park, what happened to Pantera. They're like, okay, we can't use the Soundgarden name. Because I would think if I was in their shoes, be like, okay, Chris Cornell's daughters might come after us. You see with what's happening with Chester Bennington's son. He's screaming a fit,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. So I think it's in better taste to not use the original name, but you're not going to make anywhere near the same kind of money if you get out and put out new material and tour under some new name. You'd be playing clubs. You'd be playing small clubs compared to playing stadiums.
But at least this band is just doing a Seattle Children's Hospital show, raising money for a great cause at the Showbox in Seattle, where I believe, isn't that where Soundgarden originated?
I think so. I think that was where I saw Devin Townsend. But I would not be surprised to see this lead to something else. They're coming out doing this one-off thing. We could have, we got together, started working on some new songs, and next thing we know, Soundgarden's back with, I don't know, that seems even more blasphemous than Linkin Park with no Chester Bennington.
Well,
Soundgarden with no Chris Cornell.
With Linkin Park, Mike Shinoda is the originator. He is the guy who has written all the songs, formed the band, everything.
Yeah.
Chester just did those great vocals that he did.
There's
no two vocalist combo in Soundgarden. It was just Chris Cornell with his eloquent vocals, but he sadly, passed away, so now they have no lead singer.
Yeah, and he, wrote a good portion of the material. I mean, he was like the most integral part of Soundgarden.
But people who are mad about the whole Pantera thing versus those that are just excited to see that music performed, most people, I would think, for most generic people that aren't necessarily into metal like we are, are not going to care about the guitarist.
Yeah.
At all.
See, maybe I'd feel different if I hadn't seen Pantera multiple times back in the day. And I would still go see the new Pantera because the songs are good. I saw Phil Anselmo with Superjoint Ritual do Pantera songs at, small club, and it was awesome.
I also think if you were to get rid of Angus Young, or if he passed away and AC/DC still tried to perform, that would be a huge loss for a lot of people, but there would still be a ton that would say, oh, I went and saw AC/DC without Angus and without all these other, Malcolm Young's no longer in there.
Yeah, so that's why I say I go both ways. Like, I get it. I like that there's an opportunity for people to hear these songs live, but it also, does kind of leave a bad taste in my mouth when they use the original name. But what would you do in their shoes? I'd probably take the money.
Well, look at Sublime with Rome. Look at Jeff Lynne's ELO and not the actual ELO.
Yeah.
Van Halen was still predominantly Van Halen because there was Alex Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen in the band.
Yeah, and that made sense, So I don't know. I guess I'd have to just hear it, I suppose. I think that what Linkin Park put out is, good quality music.
Sure.
I'm fine with it.
It's good quality stuff that they would have put out with Chester.
Yeah.
She's not replicating Chester in any way, shape, or form.
No,
People are accusing her of that. That's the way that she sings.
Yeah.
She has that grovelly, deeper woman's voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can go listen to Dead Sarah. She sounds that way in that band.
Yeah.
So
they just chose her because she sounded great. And
yeah, they clicked. And that's, what you need. It's somebody who fits.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see video of this woman singing for Soundgarden. I don't know what to expect. I'm not familiar with her.
The only thing I don't like is the band name. New Dragons is just not that appealing compared to Soundgarden.
Well, yeah, Soundgarden's a great band.
I was very disappointed in what Howard and Adam came up with for the
what
new.
What were they calling their band?
Like Burnt something. It was like Burnt to Remain. Or let me see.
Yeah, I saw an article about it, but the name didn't stick with me.
Yeah, it was something that like some 8th grader would come up with. Burn Eternal.
Burn Eternal. Yeah, that one. That's going to be hard to.
That's a great song name.
Yeah,
but for like a band, you got to think of something like Metallica is so unique. AC/DC is just funny because they looked at an electrical outlet and were like, oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, there we go. That's us.
Then there's the Beatles, which is, funny.
The Beatles is like the best band name that I've ever seen.
Right.
Because it's, it's got multiple levels going on. And it made a great logo, too. That Beatles logo, the classic one on the front of the drums. But whoever came up with that, because there were a lot of bands around before the Beatles, like the Crickets and, all these bugs. And
the band.
The band. So you got the Beatles, but with an A.
Yeah.
Because the musical beat.
Right.
I mean, it's just a great band name.
Victor, I saw a post from the one, the only Big J at 100.3 The X in Boise.
Okay.
And this is what he said on Facebook. Absolutely bewildered and even a bit depressed that rock and metal tour after tour getting announced is not stopping in the Treasure Valley.
I saw this. This is funny because Big J, why don't you come spend some time over here, buddy? Nobody wants to see somebody in a city that gets lots of shows whining about how they don't get shows. Come on, settle down, Big J.
And he even said lots of factors, but man, having all of these shows in October is not fun.
And I get that, because we go out to events and hang out with the crowd, maybe do some stage time. And when you have a lot of shows in a short period of time, it's kind of overwhelming.
It is, but I'm also thinking like this guy's never been through the whole Salt Lake City travel to 3 hours to a show, then 3 hours back that night.
Yeah, that's what East Idaho has dealt with our entire lives.
Right.
That's why, when we talk to record labels and stuff, and they're like, oh, you want to give away tickets to a show in Salt Lake? Or you want to give away tickets to a show in Boise? Why? I'm like, because
it's not coming here.
Yeah, people here are used to driving to those cities to go see shows.
Yeah.
We pack a lot of seats in Boise and Salt Lake.
People from around here go to Salt Lake City sometimes to go to Trader Joe's or go to get things that we don't have here and then come back.
Totally. Hey, there's some skeleton walking down the hall. Oh, sorry. I was a little scared. We were talking about ghosts earlier.
Okay. Jade walks by and now we get distracted.
What do you have to build for the ghost of Jade to show up? Oh, or maybe you don't. Don't build anything. Do your job.
Right.
Scary clickety-clackety skeleton. Anyway.
Going back to the whole Big J post, I did see he was commenting more on about it. And it's like, dude, your guys' station attaches their name to every show.
Yeah.
You don't even bother. I was asking Big J for the last show, the Wage War show. I'm like, hey, you're going to be here. I'd love to meet you in person. I don't feel like it. It's like, I understand, but at the same time, like, if there's a show, I would take advantage of everything if I was over there in Boise.
If there's a show in town.
Yeah.
You know, like, I felt bad I didn't do the hour drive to Pokey on the weekend to see Mosh for Santa.
I asked you if you were going to go, and you said, nah, I'm too beat.
I was beat.
And I was thinking about going myself, but I don't really mosh. I just want to watch the bands. And that whole room I knew was going to be swinging their arms in the air.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw some video, and there were definitely people moshing.
I didn't want to have, Peaches from K-Bear punch some guy, that type of thing pop up.
But I mean, I've even popped into shows I don't want to see here, like, country acts at the arena. And I'm like, all right, what's this all about? Okay, I've heard enough Big and Rich for my entire life. Let's go. Time to leave.
I'll go to Cody Jinks.
I'm going to go to Cody Jinks.
We saw him perform live. That was fun.
He's got that guy, Tanner Uzri, I think is how you say his name, opening. He's really good, too. So they also announced, for you country fans, John Party today. I would much rather see Cody Jinks.
Me too.
Than John Party.
Even though John Party's a fellow tall king.
Oh, is he?
He's about 6'7".
Jeez.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
He's a monster. Kind of cowboy hat he wear, huh?
Right.
Does he have a giant head like you too, Peaches?
I probably not.
You should get yourself a cowboy hat. I bet if there's a hat that'll fit you, it would be a cowboy hat.
No, there's not. You know how expensive that would be?
Pretty pricey.
I feel like I would get some cowboys yelling, don't appropriate my culture or something like that. If I'm wearing a cowboy hat, it's like wearing a band t-shirt of a band that I don't even listen to. Name 3 songs. It's like, name 3 rodeos there, Brendan.
Yeah, I've got a photo of me on a horse wearing a Pink Floyd tie-dyed t-shirt, wearing a cowboy hat.
We got to see that
cowboy.
Sometime.
Yeah, I'll find it.
I feel like Katie would get mad if I walk around here with a cowboy hat on.
Well, I think that kind of thing is sort of in because that Yellowstone show got very popular.
Right.
I've seen a lot of people dressing like cowboys that didn't in the past.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who are just into the country music who are from big cities that for some reason are now dressing up like a cowboy because they moved here. And it's like, I understand, Katie's a full-on like farm girl.
She's a real cowgirl.
Yeah, she wrangles up cattle and all that stuff.
Exactly.
I would never wear something like that if I don't actually embrace that lifestyle.
Well,
that's why you see me wearing like Harbor Surfboard Company t-shirts and stuff.
Embracing that California lifestyle. Yeah, that's right.
I should drive a Volkswagen bus.
Peach from the beach.
Peach from Seal Beach. That's right. Represent. Wrapping up the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem, powered by Jalisco's, with a little bit of cue the outrage for some people.
People are mad.
I was wondering why this photo of Chris Daughtry was making the rounds. I thought he was naked in the photo.
Okay.
And I thought he was wearing body paint. But no, apparently he blacked out his entire arms, like both of his arms completely. And you know how Johnny Hawkins puts on that paint on himself when he's shirtless on stage? It kind of looks like that on Chris. But
it's a tattoo?
It's an actual blackout sleeves he got on both arms.
Okay. Why are people mad about it?
Because they're saying like, oh, it looks bad. Why would you do something like this? This is stupid.
It's his body. Shut up and let him decorate it however he wants.
I honestly think it is stupid. I think any blackout tattoo is stupid, but it's not my thing.
I mean, if I'm getting a tattoo, I want something that's, crazy looking, something weird.
Look at Ronnie Radke without a shirt on. Have you ever seen those videos of him on the beach with the actual like inked t-shirt he wears because he's blacked out all on the top? It looks stupid. It looks like the stupidest thing on the planet.
Yeah, but if that's what you're into, I mean, well, whatever. It's your body. I wouldn't attack anyone's tattoo online. I see a lot of stupid tattoos. I'm like, man, that is a dumb tattoo, but I wouldn't comment it.
Yeah, right.
Just local random people. That's like a stupid tattoo.
When someone posts their baby and you're like, man, that kid's ugly.
Yeah, you're not going to, most people have a little bit of self-control and you're not going to go, ew, or something when you see somebody posting their newborn photo.
I just might, if it's really that bad, sure.
Dude, there was one time I saw somebody post a picture of like their girlfriend or something.
Oh no.
And somebody said I don't remember what they said, but they said something so mean in the comments about her appearance. I could not believe it.
Bruh married his third act or something like that.
It wasn't even funny. It was, there was no joke to it. It was just a brutal, rude statement. I was like, what kind of person does that?
I think I've
because she's gonna look at the post.
Yeah.
And then you see,
and now you just
comments
ruined
like that.
your friendship with him too.
It's like the people who would put the laugh react on, news articles when people died from COVID.
Oh, please.
It's like that's somebody's family member. Gee, what is wrong with you?
They'll put laugh reacts on everything.
I
I have a Duck Donuts advertisement popping up here with 21 reacts. Yep. There's one guy laugh reacting to the peppermint mocha iced latte.
What's so funny about that?
Again,
I don't get what the laugh react would be for that. But
I do love seeing those people on Facebook that are, a little bit older. They don't really know how to use it. I don't know how my ex's mom did this, but they told me this story about how like one of her friend's sons died in a tragic accident or something like that. So
hilarious, Peaches. That's so funny.
Well, what the ex's mom did is she accidentally put her Bitmoji, her little avatar character, on a stripper pole, and it said, "I don't care," as a comment to that post.
Yeah, I've seen some great awkward posts from old people who didn't know what they were doing.
Right. Isn't there a whole subreddit dedicated to just old people being dumb online?
Boomers being fools.
Boomers being fools. That's what it's
Boomers
called.
being fools.
I feel like r/ate the onion is one of them.
Oh, and leopards ate my face. That's
I have
another one.
not seen that
You
one.
haven't seen leopards ate my face?
No.
It's a phrase for, like, you'll see things in there where a politician comes out and does something like exactly like what they said they're going to do. And then people are like, I can't believe this is happening. And it's like, well, you voted for them. They said they were going to do this.
Where's that one that my friend Dan was telling me about last night? Untrustworthy Pop-Tarts.
I haven't seen that
That's
one.
a fun one because, no, that's the different one. That's a different one compared to what I was trying to find here. There's one that was dedicated to people thanking those with awful usernames.
Oh, okay.
Just real bad usernames. I can't even repeat most of them.
Yeah.
Untrustworthy Pop-Tarts is talking about how, like, there are these weird things like, hey, I bought this carton of ice cream and there's a frog in here or something like that. It's a typical, like, how did that get in there?
All right.
This post from yesterday. Husband bought a package of gummies from our local dispensary.
Okay.
Got an entire package of silica packets instead. And you go,
the little things that they put in.
Yeah.
Just
like beef jerky packs and stuff. Yeah. And there was one post. I was really looking forward to a creamsicle cocktail, darn it. And it's a pack of Sunkist, like one of those 12 packs. But inside was Canada Dry, like all Canada Dry cans. And you're wondering, how did that get in there?
All right. I'll have to check out that subreddit.
It's a fun one. Fun. There now needs to be one for old people getting fooled by AI, like terrible AI creations. I'm sure there's already one out there.
Boomers Being Fools covers some of that stuff.
Good.
For sure.
Now, I feel bad for some of them because I know most of the older audience, they get upset, when we talk about them in this way.
We love our K-Bear boomers.
We do.
Everybody?
There's a bunch of K-Bear boomers that are downright awesome. I'm glad they're trying to keep up with what's active in rock and metal.
Yeah, and we have the smartest audience in East Idaho, so we're not... Anytime we talk about boomers, we're talking about different boomers.
Exactly.
Right? We're not talking about you guys. You're the best. If you're hanging with K-Bear, we love you.
Now, if you know of one of those boomers that's listening to like a competitor station, that's when you're like, okay.
Yeah, then we're like, you're kind of, a regular old boomer.
The noon hour of madness and mayhem powered by Jalisco's is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information... Oh, wow, I swallowed my spit wrong while I was still talking. That's funny. All right. Okay, where was I? Oh, for more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.